All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus. It's Saturday. That means let's go over the nice weekly news and nuggets when it comes to the NFL draft and Vikings.
Yeah, I'm like a squirrel collecting these nuggets. They're like nuts, and I put them in my mouth, and then I spit them out and let you guys know what the hell's going on. We talk about them. You guys, if you are not yet a YouTube member of our channel, exclusive member, not a subscriber, but a member, you're not going to get this amazing John Randall signed helmet. Will be given away probably in about a week. So become a member, eligible to get that fantastic, amazing John Randall helmet.
Hell yeah, become a member, less than a cup of coffee, and also hit that subscribe button. All right, Lupagus, lay these draft nuggets on me. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Yeah, I try to categorize these a little bit. And the first ones are kind of around the top 3 picks. This is from Tony Pauline. He says the Patriots will trade back from the 3rd overall pick if LSU quarterback Jaden Daniels is not available. What do you think of that?
Well, I don't believe it. You want to know why I don't believe it? Because the Patriots put it out there. Supposedly, like they're not going to put that out there. Why would they put that out there? I
mean, well, they also put
it's BS.
This also came out that Pauline also heard that several scouts of the Patriots organization are not fans of UNC quarterback Drake May.
We'll see. I mean, Drake May seems to be getting the not so much love lately. And you know what? Don't act surprised. Nobody should be surprised. We see it every year. This guy all of a sudden just randomly sucks and nobody wants him. And before he was like, oh, it's going to be him or Caleb Williams. And now you know what? This guy's going in round 5. It's the best time of year. It's the best time of year because by next week, Spencer Rattler will probably be rumored to be going before him.
And he's the one who's kind of got the death mark on him right now. Everybody seems to really think he's the one who's going to fall. What?
What's a death mark?
I don't know. Like when you get that mark on you, it's like, oh my god, the clock's ticking. I'm down.
Jeez, I've never heard of that. I'm going to look that up.
Google it. It's I don't know. It's like in fiction, the death mark. Yeah. So Drake May, we'll see. A lot of rumors about him. I mean, there's some that are adamant he's going 2nd pick overall. There's others who are feeling he's the one who's going to fall. So
he's the butterscotch pudding of the bunch right now. It's just the pudding that nobody wants. You want the swirl, you want the chocolate, you want the vanilla. Nobody wants the butterscotch. Butterscotch is gross.
People want the vanilla.
Oh yeah, vanilla is delicious. I mean, Drake May. I mean, he's the Josh Allen. Like when the Bills took him. I mean, all the Bills fans were even mad when they took. Like he's just got that much upside, but he has some definite question marks. I'm not believing any of this, but we'll see.
And that makes me nervous about him. Like it's everybody's like, oh, he's got the most upside, but you know, and every time you say that, it just I don't know, makes me a little bit unsettled.
A lot of guys who have had big upside have panned out pretty well.
They have, yep. All right, so let's talk a little JJ McCarthy. According to Benjamin Solak, he said Michigan quarterback JJ McCarthy is a strong candidate to be drafted ahead of LSU quarterback Jaden Daniels. And then he went in, this was the actual quote. He said, "It's a smokescreen season, and I'm very well aware of that, and I may be getting hooked by it. But in Indianapolis, I heard significantly more interest and excitement for how high Michigan quarterback J.J. McCarthy might go relative to how high LSU quarterback Jay Daniels might go. My sense is that Daniels is not locked to an early draft slot, and that the league has turned its attention elsewhere."
Wow. Well, I mean, J.J. McCarthy is definitely the swirl pudding right now. I mean, everybody wants this. But you know, you think if you're a team, like you would want to just kind of jump on this bandwagon, regardless if you want it. You want people thinking you're taking JJ McCarthy. You want them. I mean, you want teams to trade up. You want to do this. So if I'm a team running an NFL team, I would be doing the same damn thing. I'd be putting anything out there about JJ McCarthy.
Unless you really wanted him, then you would put negative stuff out there about him.
Yeah, I mean, it would honestly be more concerning if it was like quiet, like not really much JJ McCarthy talk. I mean, there's so much talk about the Drake May, Jaden Daniels, but if JJ McCarthy went before Jaden Daniels, boy, we would have to do like a couple nude somersaults on the show. We had to do something because I just can't see any way in hell.
I mean, it would be shocking, but again, this is the NFL draft, and shocking things happen all the time. So some pretty high-profile analysts came out with some quarterback rankings list. The first one, Field Yates. His is pretty standard. He had Caleb Williams 1, Jaden Daniels 2, Drake May 3, JJ McCarthy 4, and Michael Penix Jr. 5. Is that feel to you like that's kind of the standard order if you're ranking these quarterbacks?
I mean, Bo Nix is always randomly. Who was 4? McCarthy.
Yeah, McCarthy 4.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like after McCarthy, it's just a crapshoot between Penix, Bo Nix, and even weirdly enough, Spencer Rattler. I think Spencer Rattler still goes in like round 4.
Well, reportedly he was fat as hell at the combine. So
Oh man, Spencer, darn it! Yeah, that's fair. That's my rankings.
Yeah, that's what mine are too right now. Chris Sims, though, he had his quarterback rankings. And
Chris Sims always puts out the dumbest shit. I can only imagine what this is going to be.
Are you ready?
I think I might have already seen it.
Yeah. Caleb Williams 1, Jaden Daniels 2, Bo Nix 3, Michael Penix Jr. 4, JJ McCarthy 5, and Drake May 6.
And he probably got a ton of clicks. People wondering why and watching this video, but that's just dumb.
Yeah, he does this every year, and I went back and looked, and I mean, he hasn't exactly had success being out of the box. So, whatever. It's like, again, I think he does it for attention mostly, because people got like, what the hell, and Bo Nix at 3 is a little rich for me.
Yeah. Let's see. So last year he had Hendon Hooker 3. So he had Hendon Hooker before, like Anthony. He had Stroud, Bryce Young, and then Hendon Hooker, and then Anthony Richardson. So and then Will Levis. So yeah, it's a little goofy.
It's a little goofy. The interesting thing I thought about these two is that both Field Yates and Chris Sims have Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels 1 and 2. So, I mean,
should be.
I agree with that. I agree with that myself. All right. So another interesting little thing that came out, Benjamin Albright, he matched prospects to teams, and it looked a little bit like this. He had Caleb Williams going to the Bears, Jaden Daniels to the Commanders, Bo Nix to the Broncos, Penix Jr. to the Seahawks, JJ McCarthy to the Vikings, Drake May to the Giants, and Spencer Rattler to the Buccaneers. Ooh, that fast.
Jeez. Yeah, Penix to the Seahawks is like a perfect
popular.
Very, very perfect fit. They're all good. Who do you have with the Giants?
Drake May to the Giants.
Drake May. Yeah, I mean, if the Giants got Drake May at pick 6, A+ Giants. No, those are all pretty standard. I like them. I can get on board with those.
Yeah, it's. I was watching. I think it was the Underdog channel, or maybe it was PFF. But I think it was both of them. But they're just like, there's no way Commanders wouldn't take Drake May. If they're taking a quarterback, it's Drake May, and they were like 100% on it. So,
who do you have with the Vikings?
He had McCarthy.
McCarthy. All right. Yep. Yeah.
All right. So, Alec Lewis from The Athletic reported that the Vikings adore Drake May. Speaking of Drake May, citing he's an excellent fit for KOC's system. I'm pretty sure every top prospect has been cited as an excellent fit for KOC's system.
Every draft prospect, every potential free agent, every quarterback appears to be the perfect fit. To go to Kevin O'Connell, former quarterback guru. It doesn't matter if he's a running quarterback, throwing quarterback. Kevin O'Connell will make him a future All-Pro.
And maybe that's just how good KOC's system is. I mean, maybe we're just that lucky, right?
Well, it didn't work out very well for Jaron Hall. So it can't be that great.
It didn't. It did not. All right, we got a few more here. Let's go over to A to Z Sports reported this.
One of my favorites.
Destin Adams. I know you're used to having a lot of Desitin on your body, but this is from Destin Adams. Teams interested in trading up for JJ McCarthy believe they will have to jump the Vikings to get him. We are pretty confident whoever lands McCarthy will trade up. We believe his floor is at 11, and we wouldn't be shocked if they moved up themselves to get him.
Yeah, I mean, 5 Chargers scares the hell out of me, but I still think that's kind of the place you go up and get them. Unless it's like maybe 6 the Giants. Giants just don't want a quarterback, whatever, but I kind of believe it. Like when we do mock drafts or we see mock drafts and McCarthy's still there at 11, I'm relieved that we didn't trade up to get him.
Well, I'll tell you what, that PFF mock draft I told you I was watching, they did this. They traded up from 11 to 5, and the compensation was just a second round. I mean, it was 11, a second rounder next year, our 4th this year. Then maybe, like I said, they said a third, like a conditional third in 2025. I mean, if that's all it took, I would be all over that shit. And they were both just like, oh yeah, that's plenty. So I was like,
yeah, I was talking to a big Chargers fan, and he said, what do you think it's going to take to get up there? And I'm like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 firsts. I said, it's horrifying. And he said, no way in hell. He said, we're not going to need that. It will not end up being that much.
Yeah.
And it made me feel better.
If that was a compensation, I would be doing naked somersaults right there. That's fantastic. It was weird because the pick ahead, they had Drake May trading they had the Giants trading from like 6 to 3 to get May. And it was like 3 first-round picks. I mean, it was only like a pick ahead and only went up 3 spots. So I didn't understand
the
reasoning.
Number 2 spot's a lot different.
I suppose, but they didn't really explain the difference in compensation. But I was like, hell yes, if that's all it took, fucking trade up.
Yeah, going up to 2 is a whole nother ball game opposed to like 5 or 6.
All right. Well, we do have a little bit of Bo Nix talk. Charlie Weiss was on USA Today radio or some shit. He just was spewing about how impressive Bo Nix was. He said, he was the most impressive interview I had. I closed my eyes. He's alone with Bo Nix in a room, and he closed his eyes.
Creepy.
And it was like talking to Tommy Brady in his 5th year. He later went on and said he was impressed by every quarterback prospect and expects the top 4 not to pass the 12th pick, and said he expects both Nix and Penix to go in round 1.
That's great. I mean, I've bought cars from car salesmen who just wowed me and assured me everything's going to be all right, and it's just a piece of shit. So, you know what? I'm glad he can talk the talk. When they were interviewing him at the Combine on TV, I mean, that was his big thing. He said, you need to be able to talk the language and show these I mean, he was saying basically, you need to wow these guys with your personality. So I'm sure he had some great coaching in it. Bo Nix.
How would you feel if you were in a room with Charlie Weiss and all of a sudden he just closed his eyes?
I'd take my pants off and not say anything. So when you open it up, surprise! That's what you get for closing your eyes, man.
All right, we got one nugget. This one's completely random, but it's Tony Pauline again, and he said the Vikings have shown a lot of interest in tight end Eric All out of Iowa. All did not work out the Combine, and he's still rehabbing from a torn ACL he suffered last October.
I saw that, and I'm like, Jesus, I got to look into this guy. He's like a projected 6th, 7th round pick, right? I mean, a late round pick. He got injured, but you know what? He's an Iowa tight end.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's all that matters. So I would never doubt the man. It didn't seem like he was like this big pass catcher though, right? Is he more of a blocker?
I was going to do a little research on him.
I think that was the case. I could be wrong, but Iowa tight ends: Hawkinson, Fant, Kittle. I mean, just one after another.
He's 6'4", 245. He has 75 career receptions for 864 and 5 touchdowns, so he can catch the football. He's not huge.
Well, yeah, tight end should be on the radar. Eric All.
Even after re-signing Nick Muse and Johnny Munt.
Yeah, I think so.
And that's about the round. I do expect now to be like a late round pick if they add another body to the mix. So Eric All, come on down. You're a Minnesota Viking. So that's it. Those are your draft nuggets and rumors from the week. I think we got them all.
We got them all. If we missed any, put them down in the comments. Draft 40-some days away. Free agency a couple days away. Woo-wee!
It's a great time of year. It's a great day to be alive. Cannot wait for Monday at noon to kick off and all this news starts coming.
I saw a great quote. Where the hell was it? It was on a TV show. They said, they say that every day is a gift. That's why they call it you're in the present.
Wow. That's
deep.
Really nice.
I was like, oh, that was really good.
I think I saw that in my dentist office once.
Oh,
this is not a gift being here. All right. Let us know again if you have any other ones. Don't forget to become a member to get that John Randall helmet. And also remember this, in 1966, Doritos became the first tortilla chip available nationally in the United States.